Okay, here we are. Yes, on this fine Friday evening, or morning, or afternoon, or noon, or brunch time, wherever the hell you're watching this, it's a good day, people, innit? It's a good day. Finally, Manchester United have agreed a deal to sign Bryan Mbeumo from Brentford. Now, if that's not a reason to get like wherever the hell you are, then I don't know what is. Get liking up the thing right now. And yes, Luke, we'll be talking about that at the end of the show, my brother. Get liking up the video. How are we feeling? Like up wherever you are. If you're on TikTok, you're here. If you're on YouTube, you're there. And also, if you're watching this after the fact or listening to it after the fact on either YouTube or Spotify, like up the video to tell me just how much you're happy about this Bryan Mbeumo deal. Some of you might not be happy, frankly. Some of you might not be happy, but I just want to hear it right now. How are you feeling? Straight away, Luke is like, how are you and the fam? We're doing well, especially today. I know my dad is gassed that we got Bryan Mbeumo. And yes, this is the third live stream we've done in a row, 3 days in a row. And we're going to be live tomorrow, 2 p.m. for the Leeds game. Going to be mental. So, oh, I'm just going to take a sip of water. This one's a chill one. Wherever you are, like this is water, by the way, get a glass of whatever beverage you want and let's just relax for today. Let's just enjoy it. Wherever you are, like up the video. Look who's in. We've got Luke, we've got Justin, we've got Lyle, we've got Warren, Footy Edits, Simon, of course, the legend. That is Simon. We have so many people in here. Usual suspects. Great to see you all. Let's get liking up the video, people. We've got 4 likes on YouTube. Refreshing now, we've got 12. Good stuff. And we've also got only 200 likes on TikTok. No, if you're on TikTok, get the likes up straight away. Let's get up to. He's gonna wear maybe the number 19. Get 19,000 likes. Come on, 19,000 likes. He could wear the number 11 actually. Who wears number 11 at the minute at Man United? Who wears it? I'm really bad with shirt numbers. It's my worst thing. So bad with shirt numbers. I'm not great with stats, frankly. Who wears number 11 for Man United? Zirkzee, of course. Nah, Zirkzee, you got to give that up, man. You're not a number 11. Give it to Mbeumo, and then you can take whatever you want after that. Give him number 7. We can't just take it off of Mason Mount like that. I wish we could. I just don't think we can. You know what? If we can take it off of Zirkzee, yeah, go on. Take the number 7. Much better. Hello, people. Oh, it's a happy day. It's a happy day. That's it. That's what I want to see. Get liking up the video wherever the hell you are. And we're going to do what we always do. We're going to keep track of the subscriber number. We are going to keep track of the subscriber number because everyone's now talking about the Bryan Mbeumo deal. It's on Transfer News Central on Sky Sports, which is nice to see. So it's clear that the deal is pretty much going through. It's going to happen. It's just a matter of when we actually get to see him in a Manchester United shirt now. It's all done. Be honest. Let's be honest. Was there a little part of you that were fearing the worst? Was there a little part of you that thought, oh, maybe it might not happen? Be honest. Be honest. Just be honest. Because I was. If it didn't go through in the week, I said it 2 shows ago. I said, if it doesn't go through in the next week leading up to the tour, I don't think it will go through. I don't think he would join after and then join them on the tour. I think he would either fly out on the plane or not at all. Turns out he's going to fly out on the plane, which is fantastic. And look, everyone, I know that you want to talk about outgoings. You want to talk about different players coming into the club and all that stuff. We'll get towards that at the end of the show. But for now, let us please just rejoice. Rejoice in the phenomenal signing that is Bryan Mbeumo. And there's so many fans. You can always tell when people are hating as well. There's so many fans already that's going like, oh, it's not even that good a signing, blah, blah, blah. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. I'm going to get a nicer picture of Mbeumo, you know. So while I do that, talk amongst yourselves. Get some super chats in if you want me to react to them live. Get them all in there. because I want to enjoy this as much as we possibly can, people. I'm not going to lie. It's been a couple of shows where it's been difficult. It's been difficult to stay uplifting. It's been difficult to be like, you know, get excited, get all this. And I'm just like, oh, no. Now the deal is done. And it is so nice to see. There we go. Here we go. Bryan Mbeumo. How nice. Oh, Chloe says I'm looking fine in a white tee. Well, you're looking fine in general. My white queen. With a little bit of spice in there. So, what are we thinking? I mean, 81 people in the chat on TikTok. Please, guys, make sure you're liking up. And on YouTube, make sure you're doing the same thing. And as I've said so many times, I feel like I've said it too many times yesterday and the day before, but I'll say it once now and maybe again a bit later. If you're on TikTok, come over to YouTube, link in the bio, subscribe. We're trying to hit 10K before the start of the season. Long form content is making a massive return on this channel, focusing on live streams and long form. So make sure that you join up if you can. We are currently on 6,587 subscribers. Let's see if we can get 6,600 subscribers. And every single comment I can read on the YouTube section rather than on TikTok. So if you can come over, that would mean a lot. Even just to subscribe and go back. Totally up to you. So, like I said, there is going to be time to talk about some of the other players that we might be linked with and that we want to look for. But I want to highlight this comment from Raphael and either stick some comments in there and to get my attention, stick some good ones with some good facts like these, or drop a super chat and every single one will get read out and it'll have some airtime on the screen as usual. Raphael Manukan, who has been a massive star in the chat recently. I've been seeing every single time you're in here, mate, so I appreciate you. They say, Kudus, Madueke, Bino Gittins, and Elanga went for 55 plus, and Mbeumo scored as many as these four combined. Say it louder. So he definitely should go for at least £10 million more. We're lucky he's not English, yeah, because the English tax would have been crazy. What a great little input in there from Raphael. It's so true, isn't it? So true. Man like Cats with the first super chat of the evening saying, now that we've got Mbeumo, which position should we sign? I literally just said, let's focus on Mbeumo a little bit more. But he's dropped a super chat, so I've got to ask, striker. Striker is where the club are going. Me, personally, I'd look for a midfielder. Midfielder for me is the number one thing. But strikers go out, like, they get snapped up quicker than midfielders. So using that logic, I wouldn't mind if we went for a striker next. Justin agrees to go for a CM. Simon says striker, goalkeeper, then centre midfielder. I'll tell you what, Simon, I'd have to go striker, CM, and then goalkeeper. At least that's where I think we'll go. But yeah, centre mid for me is the number one thing. Don't get me wrong, if we could get a striker and a goalkeeper would be marvelous. But yeah, I hear you. Like, honestly, getting a centre mid is just too much stuff. Jake Henshaw, appreciate this, said, follow you on TikTok for a while. So refreshing to see a positive Man United fan online rather than the normal negative crap we get elsewhere. You make me want to do it too. Brother, go ahead. Do it. Thank you very much for the kind words as well. That really does mean a lot. So, yeah, glad you've come over from TikTok. Everyone, be like Jake. Come over from TikTok and subscribe on YouTube. Let's get the likes going. Come on, 19,000. No, let's round it up. Let's see if we can get 20,000. Connor Old Mixon is saying you want James Trafford at Old Trafford. I don't want him, personally. I really don't. Take 99 as an example. Won trophies but didn't celebrate until they had the lot. That's what we need to do for this. Happy is here, but on to the next. I hear you, but you know what? I'm going to celebrate because I've done this channel for, like, I'd probably say 2 weeks before the Mbeumo deal is when I really started to, like, hammer in on this channel. There's something I want to do a lot more. And you guys have responded incredibly to that, as usual. I can't thank you enough for that, frankly. And how many times have I sat here and I've been like, oh, is this Mbeumo deal going to be done? Oh, what's going to happen with Mbeumo and all this? And then trying to keep my hopes up. My hopes are up. We've got Bryan Mbeumo, and I'm very, very happy about that. Because I don't know about you. Let me know in the chat what you think about this. I think Mbeumo is a potentially game-changing signing. I really, really do. In fact, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to put a little poll in. I'll tell you what it says on TikTok. Bear with me, because I want you to answer it as well. And there's 3 options this time. So I want you to be honest with yourselves. I have said, are you happy with the Mbeumo deal? Simple as that. The 3 options are yes, kinda, and no. Be honest with me. How happy are you? How happy are you with the Mbeumo deal? I love how someone said, let's not dwell on it now. Brother, it's been a few hours. I'm dwelling on it for today. I don't care what anyone says. I'm enjoying it because we need to start looking at what Mbeumo can do. And tonight might be the day where I actually start looking at some stats. I know. Can you believe it? I can't believe it. I don't look at stats. That's not really my thing. But I just think it's brilliant to get that in there. All straight again. Man like cats with another super chat. If you want to be like this and you want to have your comments read live straight away, then make sure you drop a super chat. At Simon, fair enough, maybe, but a goalkeeper and centre mid after that, I don't think we have the facilities for that, big man. I think we can, because I think some players are going to go. And look at this. Dev, he's had 15 plus goals and assists in the past 3 seasons in the Premier League. Look at this stuff. Bryan Mbeumo has had 15 plus GA in the past 3 seasons at Brentford. At Brentford. I'm cautiously excited about this. Don't be cautiously. Be excited. This is a phenomenal deal. I don't care what anyone says. And I can't wait for someone to talk about Ahmad. I cannot wait for someone to say, oh, what happens to Ahmad now? Come on, use your head. Good things happen to Ahmad right about now. Come on. You know what's going to happen. You don't even have to, I don't even have to tell you what's going to happen. But I might as well. Because straight away you can be like, oh, we're going to drop Ahmad to the bench. Are we going to do this? No, we're not. What we're going to do is Ahmad is best as a right wing back. Play him there. Yeah, what happens to Ahmad? Love that. Yep. See, Luke gets it. Ahmad plays anywhere. But right wing back is where he's going to be. Sam O, thank you very much for just dropping some love. 199 on the chat. Love you for that. Elite baller. Big up to yourself as well. After Cunha's 60 million valuation, I think no club would negotiate with Manchester United for any player less than that. No, I think these are our 2 main signings of the summer. These are going to be our 2 biggest names, in my opinion. I'll be surprised unless we get a lot of money for the likes of Garnacho, Anthony, Rashford, maybe. I don't see us making as big a name signing as a Cunha and Mbeumo. And you might think, is it a big name signing? Yeah, because the ones that have the highest average rating throughout the season, put it this way, 5 players. Here's a question to you all now. Wherever you're watching, on TikTok or on YouTube, 5 or on Spotify after this. Comment it right now before I give you the answer. Don't cheat. The top 5 average ratings for this season, who are they? The top 5 average ratings for the season that just went, which one is it? Which players are those 5? Tell me. Get your 5 names in, and I'll tell you the answer. Oh, Luke is saying Mbeumo and Cunha could be like Cole and York. That would be nice. No one's like Cole and York. Come on, tell me. Logan Pritchard says Salah, Mbeumo, Palmer, Bruno, Isak. You're right, except for one. You're right, except for one. Haaland, nope. Bruno's there. I'll give you this. Salah's there. Bruno's there. Other 2, you have no idea, okay? Salah, yeah. Oh, yep, Reece. Reece is the first one to get it right. No, actually, no, it was Raphael. Raphael was the first one to get it right. The answer is Salah, who was top, Palmer, who was second, Bruno was third, Cunha was fourth, and Mbeumo was fifth. We have 3. We will now have, in attacking roles, the 3 highest, out of the 5, 3 highest rated players in the Premier League from last season have joined our team this season. And I don't care which way you look at that. I know we've had an awful season and all of this, and we need to buy more players and whatever. But to follow up last season with, and I told you this last time, the desperation is up there, but the financial impetus have actually been able to act on it. It's gone even further down there. But to be able to start the summer tour, which starts next week, with these 2 players coming in, unreal. And I think Diego Leon is also a brilliant signing as well, because it's just confirmed today that Diego Leon is going to be starting in the tour. And he's already been joining. He's going to join the team to play Leeds tomorrow. So Harry Amas is the one that's actually being sent out on loan. And I think that's the right way to go, because Harry Amas, one, is going to represent pure profit. And we've seen him a few times. I've not been overly impressed. I think he's okay. So if we sent him out on loan to a good championship squad or even a lower Premier League squad, which I know we are right now, but it'll still be good, then it would be good to hopefully cash in on him in a few years' time, unless he turns out to be a legendary player. Is the Leeds match tomorrow at Old Trafford or Ellen Road? Neither. It's in some place in Stockholm. Ash Talks Football, the legend that is, says, massive, massive signing. Dev, statement signing. We'll be interested to see him link up with Ahmad, both with progressive carries numbers. Honestly, their numbers are insane. Ahmad's progressive carries are brilliant. But Mbeumo is awesome. And now Dan P has asked a fair question on TikTok. And I respect you, Dan. Love that. If you can, I know I clocked that one, but come over to YouTube, link in bio, and comment it there because I'll see it all a lot more clearly. And we're trying to get the subscriber number up. Where are we at now? We're at 6,593. We can hit 6,600 today. Come on. If 7 of you, there's 100 people in here now. If 7 of you click the link in bio, come over to YouTube, we'll hit 6,600 subscribers. Come on. It's the devil's number. Let's get over here and come into the chat. There's 81 people in here already. Come on. Subscribe. What are you doing? But Dan P, thank you very much for that, is asking, is 70 million too much? In my opinion, I think we've gone 5 million over where I think we should have been. I would have liked it to stay around the 62 or 60 million pound mark as a pure like guarantee to Brentford. That's my honest opinion. I would have preferred had we gone in and paid 60 instead of 65 up front. Now the 5 in add-ons or the 6 in add-ons, whatever it is, I'll be honest, I really do not care about the 5 in add-ons. And I'm going to tell you why. This isn't a case of me saying, oh, Man United have got him now. We need to ignore it. We need to bring the numbers down to make us feel better. Seriously, I don't care about the 5 million add-ons because one of them is contingent, I believe, on us making the Champions League, which I don't think we're going to make this season, to be honest. We could. Now we've got this firepower. We could propel ourselves quite high up the league. I don't think we're good enough around the others to get Champions League. That's my honest opinion. But the 6 million in add-ons, as Luke says there. But if we end up paying the 6 in add-ons, then that means he's worth it. Do you know what I mean? Like, these people always get so bogged down on add-ons. It's like, if he scores X amount of goals and if you make Champions League, okay, if we make Champions League and he scores X amount of goals, he's worth the extra 6 million. Do you know what I mean? Like, so it's absolutely fine. And we'll have the money from the Champions League to pay that. Do you know what I mean? If we had that from this season, we would have bought him about 3 weeks ago. Do you know what I mean? So it's not bad. But also, I think this is the reason why it took so long, because we have also organized installments that are much more favorable to us. We're paying this 65 million over 4 years. 4 years in installments, and he signed a 5-year plus another contract. A 5-year plus 1 additional year's contract. And we're paying basically this whole fee over the space of that contract. That is fine by me. That is absolutely fine by me. I have no problem. Absolutely no problem. And I'll be real. You do have to start looking at some of the other players who has been going for a similar amount of money. Like, Kudus put up less than half his numbers. Gittins, like a quarter of his numbers. Gittins put up a quarter. Joao Pedro, like a few of these others. And they didn't put up anywhere near the same numbers as Mbeumo, and we're paying 10 million more for him. I'm fine with that. Madueke has gone for about 48.5 million pounds straight up. Is he 15 million pounds more than Madueke? Absolutely, yes, he is. He's way better than Madueke. So I'm very happy. Would you have been happier if if Man United signed Madueke for 48.5? Would you be happier than us signing Mbeumo? Me neither. Mbeumo is brilliant. And Martin puts it right there. So basically, he can pay for himself before those 4 years are up if he can bring us UCL football. Yes. These are good deals, man. I don't care what anyone says. Being able to bring in Cunha for a good amount of money and to bring in Mbeumo for a good amount of money, fantastic. I think these are very good deals. It's not enough. Obviously, we know that it's not enough. We do need to focus on other areas. But I do want to point out just a few of the key stats that I want to look at with you right now. I'm going to share my screen. I'm going to remove him just for a little bit. And I'm going to share this one, talking about some of his stats. So let's bring that to the screen. You can all see it there. I'm going to bring myself a bit smaller, actually, so that you can all see it. There you go. You see me at the bottom? Good stuff. So, can you all see that? Just so I know? Yeah? And make sure, because I'm going to go off screen now, if you do want me to make sure I see what you're saying, drop a super chat. Guarantee is the easiest way for me to respond to that and see it on the screen as it happens. Before I do that and I go into some of his stats, we have 6,597 subscribers now. So guys, thank you very much, Josh, for following on TikTok. Everyone follow up so that I can try and give you a shout out if I see it. But more importantly, link in bio, come over and subscribe, because we got big time here. Come on. Abdi following over from IG, my legend. Now, let's look at these Bryan Mbeumo stats. Let me just see to make sure it moves as I move. Yes. This, I mean, these are just nice. Like his XG OT, so XG from shots on target is 0.82. So it's not as if he's just shooting waywardly. His expected goals is 12.26. And expected goals on target is 17.46. He scored 20 goals last season. So this is all going to be coming down to the amount of penalties he scored, which is 5. But 15 penalties, 15 non-penalty goals is mental for a player at Brentford playing that amount. His pass accuracy isn't brilliant. He will have to improve that. But look, he's had 7 assists as well. 20 goals and 7 assists last season. Are you serious? And people are going to get annoyed about that? Do you know what I mean? Sam O has mentioned it here. Elanga going for 55 million is what set the price, really. Fair enough. But the funniest thing about the Elanga thing is that deal has allowed us to buy him. Like that extra 6 million we got from that deal, whatever, has gone into the Mbeumo fund. So it's brilliant. Luke, I'm looking for what you said now. Yeah, Luke, 5 years plus another option. This is on the Bryan Mbeumo contract. He could be with us until he's 30 years old. 15 plus GA every season? Yeah, sure. Why not? Honestly. I think he'd be brilliant. I think he'd be honestly really, really good. Sam Ingram is already talking about Rodrigo Menez. Come on now. If you're new to the channel, you won't know just how much I begged Man United to sign this guy. I think he's awesome. Thank you guys for sharing the live on TikTok as well. Let's get the likes up. Let's get it to 20k likes. We're at 4.5 on TikTok, and we have just hit 6,600 subscribers on YouTube. Come on. Let's get the applause going in the chat. Let's do this. Let's get the applause going in the chat. How many likes are we on the video as well on YouTube? We're on 51 likes. Can we get near 100? I'm sure we can. And just so you know, we put in a poll. Get yourself voting on there. I said, are you happy with the Mbeumo deal? 85% of you have said yes. 14% have said kinda. 1% said no. Who that 1% is, you just don't want to smile in this world. I think this team can win at least a domestic cup. I kind of agree with you. But let's get onto these stats, okay? And you know I'm not big on stats. The only reason why I want to kind of focus on these ones a little bit is because I want to stretch this out to an hour at least so that we can just talk about various things other than how happy I am that we signed Mbeumo. 2, these are Premier League stats. It's not as if he's coming from a different realm, different like league or anything like that. He is coming from the Premier League and he's playing at a bottom half club, sometimes stretching for top half. He is one of the best of the rest signings, which is what Sir Alex Ferguson always did. And when you see stuff like this, he created 70 chances last season, 49 successful crosses, accurate long balls 30, accurate passes 807. He does need to improve his pass accuracy, but he's always linking up with play. He had a good amount of tackles won, duels won as well. He's a very physical boy. And the duels one is interesting for me because you see him as a player that is like, someone said, has it been confirmed by Fab? Yes. And Ornstein. It is. Here we go. It's happening. The duels one is a really interesting one because look how many possessions he's winning in the final third, as well as recovering the ball quickly. That's what we're going to have to do because we're not going to be a counter-attacking side. We're going to want to be on the front foot as much as possible. And I think we're going to be able to do that with a player like them. And Dev, to be honest, Brentford aren't a possession-based team, so those stats are crazy. He is also very decent in the press. Exactly. Discipline, 3 yellow cards, nothing. How minor is that? So he's not got problems. He hasn't got any problems. He is just a very, very good player. And look at these stats. Look at these stats. Someone said it was 15 GA over the past 3 seasons. Hold up. I'm looking at the past 6. In his first season, I hope you guys can see this, 47 games, 16 goals, 7 assists. In his very first season for Brentford. I don't think Brentford win the Prem then, to be fair. When did Brentford come in the Prem? Hang on. When did Brentford get promoted? 2021. Fair enough. Okay, cool. I was going to say because that's nuts. So from this point on, they were in the Premier League. But still, 16 goals, 7 assists in your first part in English football. Brilliant. And then 8 goals and 11 assists. Great. First season in the Premier League. 38 games, 8 goals, 7 assists. Second, 9 goals and 8 assists in 39. 9 goals and 6 assists in 27. And 20 goals and 8 assists last season in 42. He has just gone from strength to strength. And he has been brilliant. And I'm so impressed with him. I'm really just impressed that we are able to get this deal done now before we go away on the US tour. And that is good. Xander, thank you very much for the super sticker. Always showing love. I appreciate you. All right, Dev, haven't joined in a bit. How you been? Rizwan, good to see you, my brother. Very good to see you. We're just looking at some Mbeumo stats. And you know what? We don't need to look at any more. I'm just going to get a picture of him right next to me. Look. Everyone just enjoy. Just rejoice. Listen, we're just going to stay a bit quiet now and just relax. Okay? Get your super chats in. Get wherever you want in. Let's see if we can get some memberships as well. We've got 60 members in here now. We're trying to hit 100 before the start of the season. Also trying to hit 10,000 subscribers. So come on. Whatever you want to do to support the channel, I appreciate it no matter what. And we have blasted through 6,600 subscribers. I appreciate you so, so much. Dev, I don't know if you can find it, but there's a TikTok going through all his goals last season by goal type. Yeah, I have seen it. And I would like to show that kind of thing on YouTube, but it's just YouTube is such a wily beast that you do anything like that, your account will get destroyed or you'll just get banned. Do you know what I mean? I don't want that. Charlie Ford, a bit of positivity. Yes, that's what we want. Someone said, come on, you Spurs. I hate you. Manveer Singh saying, could we get Visser too? In all honesty, I don't want to deal with Visser. I don't want to deal with Brentford anymore. I think they longed this out far too long. And the whole reason they longed it out is probably because they ended up trying to look at another player. Like they tried to look at Amari Hutchinson, didn't they? To get him over the line. They couldn't get him over the line, thankfully, which is quite funny. But we've got our player instead. So who cares, frankly? I couldn't care less about what they want. I'm just glad we've got our man, frankly. I think it's really nice to see us moving in a good direction. And just as I'm about to check something, Ten Hag at Leverkusen, they're losing to Flamengo's under-20 team. Yeah, interesting. You know what? After what Ten Hag, like, you haven't bothered taking Thingy back. Like, I really wish you'd just take Anthony back and spend a load of money. You gave Liverpool Wirtz and you gave them 40 mil back for Kwanzaa. And I'm looking back at your era with a bit of a different taste in my mouth, and I'm not enjoying what I'm seeing, my brother. I'll be very honest. But there are some other people that we need to talk about. There's been some other news today, actually, out of Manchester United. Someone called Henry Tomlinson, a journalist with 2,000 Twitter followers on The Sun, has said that the Nottingham Forest are looking to sign Jadon Sancho. That's never going to happen. I think we can all agree on that. And last season, this is great. 37 appearances for Cole Palmer, 38 for Mbeumo. This is all in the Premier League. 15 goals for Cole Palmer, 20 goals for Mbeumo, 8 assists for Cole Palmer, 7 assists for Mbeumo. Like, he's been better than him, which is mad, which is absolutely mad. So that's the Bryan Mbeumo deal. Like, and I can't emphasize this enough. The amount of times that we've been screaming for Premier League proven talent. Like, I've said that so many times. You're probably bored of me saying it. The reason I bring it up is because the skills are transferable. You're going to be playing against the same opposition. The skills are transferable. And I think the way that you get the most bang for your buck is if you can get them just on the cusp of reaching their prime years. And the fact that we've done that is such a positive coup for us. It's really nice to see that we've just gone out and got who we wanted. Cunha and Mbeumo both fall under that threshold. And if you told me that we would be able to get those two in before we go on our tour, I'd be very happy with that. I'd be happy. And Absolute Edits is asking, which goalkeeper do you think is right for United? And it's a good time to ask because we've been linked with one today. Pretty clear links, actually. We've actually been linked with some pretty clear players. And if you want to, this is where on TikTok it gets a bit awkward. But I'm alive on YouTube as well, link in bio to join. And I've got some pictures kind of on the side so you can know exactly who I'm talking about all the time. It's a bit fiddly to continuously change it on TikTok, so I hope you can understand. Same if you're listening to this as well, but we are talking about Seny Lammens. So Seny Lammens is at Royal Antwerp, and I'll be honest, I've looked at him, and this is the kind of goalkeeper that Ineos, it would be perfect to go for in terms of what they're looking at. Like, how old is Seny Lammens? I'm going to check that now because he's a good goalkeeper. There's no doubt about that. And he's 23 years old. He's only just turned 23. He turned 23 on the 7th of July, like 11 days ago. So I think it's good. I think it's good that we're being linked with those types of players because it does fit the Ineos framework. And I think that's the right way to go about things. Before we get into it, Akash K, thank you for the super chat, says For £2 says that 70 million is not an overpay in this market, or 71 million. It's 65, mate, until he ends up proving his worth. But 65 million in this market, I agree, is not overpaying whatsoever. I think it might be 5 million over where we want it to be, but you got the deal done. Fine by me. Senny Lamans, Seba on TikTok says it's a career mode transfer, but I like it. It's very much a career mode transfer, actually, now that you say that. That's very, very true. But I also think it's quite a smart one, because the amount of money that we're talking about with Senny Lamans is about £17 million. And I'm sorry, for any goalkeeper, that's brilliant. Do you know what I mean? I think it's brilliant. So if we do sign him, and I've had a look at him, it's a very good goalkeeper who grasps the good fundamentals of the game. He's tall, he's athletic, he's got very good shot stopping ability, he's got good reflexes, all those things. I'd be quite happy. I'd be quite happy to see us get Senny Lamans. Whether or not he's ready to make that step to be the Manchester United #1 remains to be seen. No one can tell you whether it is or it isn't. All you can do is mitigate against the risk. Senny Lamans, buying him and making him the first choice goalkeeper is a massive risk. And I don't think that it's worth, taking that risk right now. But I would promote him over Bayende and swap him out with Onana. Let them two fight it out. Because I think Senny Lamans will bring more to the table than Bayende, and he will go closer for that goalkeeping berth than Bayende. Meanwhile, breaking news from Sky Sports, Shaith, so Damesh Shaith has said, Man United have explored the conditions of a deal for a number of strikers. One to keep an eye on is Benjamin Sesko. We've tracked his development for a number of years. Yeah, I'm sure we have. The thing is, that's all about outgoings. And if we get loads of money coming in, I'd rather we get some money coming in, and then we end up spending that money on a good striker, but then bulk out the rest of the squad, personally. Watkins for 54 plus 6 and add-ons? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Where would you play Mazraoui? Right wing back or right centre back? Right centre back. I don't think Mazraoui has got the legs in terms of just energy, but to get up and down and whip good crosses in and whip them with quality, I don't want him at right wing back. I think Dalot is better at right wing back to flex in and out with what's his name? With Ahmad, and to have Mazraoui in behind them as a right centre back to cover that channel. That's the best way. That is the best way. Dev, what do you think about ter Stegen on a free transfer to United? He won't join on a free, and if he does, it'll be a stupid amount in terms of a sell-on clause. Ter Stegen is probably injured. There were reports that he has back injuries. That's why he didn't renew his contract, and that's why it's been reduced to be the third option goalkeeper. There you go. Absolutely not. And Kaz, the legend that became a member of the channel 2 days ago, I want to say, the most recent member of the channel. Guys, if you want to be like Kaz and join up as a membership, click that money icon to either drop a super chat to ensure that I read it on the live and it shows up in the video, or become a member of the chat so you don't have to keep on doing super chats. And it'll just be a monthly thing where you can regularly support the channel. And while I look into what you're saying, Kaz, guys, on TikTok, there's 67 people here. There's 90 people on YouTube. Please click the link in the bio, come over to YouTube, and let's get to that magic 100 number. And likes-wise, we're on 69. Lol. Let's get to 100 likes if we can. Guys, on TikTok, link in bio, come over to YouTube and subscribe. There's 93 in now. Let's get over 100. Come on. And we're at 6,606 subscribers. Lovely. But Kaz Howling has said, I'm very positive about Man United signing Prem-proven players. It feels way less of a gamble. I agree. And that's kind of what it all comes down to. You don't want to take too much of a gamble in these markets, but it's really nice to just see us do what we do. And I can see one there from Cozy. It says, Man United getting milked by these clubs just because they're Man United. Every player way over their valuations. In that case, Newcastle got fleeced. Like Tottenham got fleeced. Chelsea got fleeced. It's just the way the market is, to be honest. At least that's what I'm telling myself. We have a new member. We have a brand new member of the channel. His name is Henrik Harjem. Where are you from, my brother? And which one did you get? Did you get Academy, first team? Let me know. But please, let's get some W's in the chat for Henrik. Let's get some claps in the chat as well. And if you want to be like Henrik and join up, you will get this ovation as well. Every single member gets the same treatment. We now have 61 members on the Dev FC channel. So thank you, Henrik. Thank you very much for your support. And I hope I'll continue to make sure that it's well placed. 91 people in here, guys. If you're on TikTok, 7.7k likes. Let's get it up to 20. Come on, let's do it. Amorim said he's getting another striker after Mbeumo. Thoughts? I think we will. So let's just see what happens after that. But thank you, Henrik, for becoming a member. And Henrik, as your first sort of act as a member of the DevFC community, what's your opinions on our goalkeeper search? Who would be the one that you go for? I want to see it, Henrik. What are you saying? Everyone's asking me questions. We've got to wait for Henrik first. Henrik's joined the academy. Absolute legend. Thank you very much. What is Henrik saying? Meanwhile, we're at 6,609 subscribers. Let's see how many we can get. Come on. Link in bio and subscribe, people. Wait, am I not a member yet? Man like cats, yes, you are. When were you a member? When did you become a member? Have I not seen that? No, you became a member before, brother. Yeah, you're a member, mate. Of course you are. Thank you for the gifts everyone's sending on TikTok as well. Henrik says, I love Martinez from Villa, Prem proven and stable. Okay, Prem proven, I hear you. Stable? No. The boy is not stable at all. The man literally said that he got a red card against us in his last Premier League game. He will have to serve a suspension in the first game week. I don't want Emiliano Martinez. And I'll tell you why as well. Do you know, can I point this out? The thing that I have a problem with Manchester United potentially signing Emi Martinez is I don't see what his end game is. Why join us? Right now, Villa are in a good position. You've gotten Champions League football with them, or you've had Champions League football with them. You've already won the World Cup. I know you haven't won the Premier League, but in the next 3 years, are we going to win it? I don't think so, unless something cataclysmic changes. And also, he's kind of gone down since the World Cup. I'm sorry. He picks up a few good saves, but he's a bit of a bozo as well. He's got that bozo gene in him. So I just want someone stable and calm. I think what I've seen from Senny Lamens and why this interests me is because he's only 23 and yet there's a bit of calm about him. I remember we've looked at him and we've looked at John Victor of Botafogo. To be honest, looking at John Victor for 5.8 million, why not? And if you were to tell me, get rid of Onana and buy India, sell them for whatever you can, and then bring in Senny Lamens and John Victor, I'd be quite happy with that because that's two different styles of goalkeeper and I like it. But I think with John Victor, he is a bit erratic. He's a bit crazy. You know, he celebrates every save, and I don't want that. And people think India is better than Onana. People think that India is good enough. I don't think India is good enough. I think we've seen enough from him to know he's made a mistake in every game he's been in. Do you know what I mean? And I don't want to see that from my goalkeeper. I'm sorry. I just don't. And I'm not very happy about it. Costa, you'd rather go out for Diogo Costa? I hear it, but it's going to be so much money to get him. So much money to get Diogo Costa. I just don't think it's worth it, frankly. Emi Martinez would be a good value for money signing, I suppose, but it's a bit mad. Will AC Milan bite and buy Højlund? I don't think they will. I don't see where that came from. I really don't. I'm a plan says Lamens is the type of signing we should make. Emery wants Martinez out, apparently. Well, that says a lot, doesn't it? I think Martinez and Villa is just doomed to go. I don't think that they want each other in anyway. And you know what, frankly, I understand it from both points because you want to move on from Villa, you want to do more in the game, whatever. And Villa's financial situation, I wouldn't be a part of that. But I don't see what he would come to us and bring positively. I think he's a good goalkeeper. I think he's got good reflexes and stuff, but he's just a bit too crazy. And honestly, Amad Diallo 16 on TikTok has said, it said that he thinks that Emi is overrated. I think he's slightly overrated as well. So I'm not feeling it. I'm really not feeling it. I would prefer for us to go to someone like Senny Lamens. Not as a first choice striker, though. That's the same thing. That is the same thing. Which striker do you think will sign? What's your gut feeling? I think Ollie Watkins. I think if a deal can be done for Ollie Watkins to like get a good Prem-proven striker for about 4 years at the top level, I'd go for him. And also, let's face it, a front three of Watkins, Cunha, and Mbeumo, that's a best of the rest if I've ever seen it. That gets goals. That absolutely gets goals. Dev, how is this only De Ligt's second season? Feel like he's been here ages. Honestly, I love De Ligt. I don't know why people don't. Why pay Villa a fee to get a better goalkeeper? Let's just get that goalkeeper. Fair enough, Jonathan Ball. It's just who is that goalkeeper? That's the thing. Simon Mwangi with a little super chat. Thank you very much. Always dropping in with the love on these. Guys, drop a super chat if you want to make sure you get highlighted in the live as always. And I'm sorry to all the audio listeners who have to hear me keep saying that over and over again. But as we keep growing, we've got to make sure that we get people in and people feel like they know where they're going because, you know, we're building this community out. But don't worry. As we do more and more episodes, we get more and more of a building in this community. I won't be saying it as much, I promise you. Um, Simon Mwangi says the GK market is flooded. No need to worry too much. Is it flooded? Who would you go for? I mean, Aston Villa said they want Chevalier. Some people are saying, and Lamans, Samuel Singer's asking how much he would cost. 17 million, I think, gets the deal done. Structured however we want. Bear in mind, 17 million is one installment of Mbeumo plus a bit in change. If we can get Lamans for like 12.5 million or something in a good structure, maybe with a sell-on fee or something, get that deal done. And then John Victor for 5.8, sell by India at least. And then I would just bench Onana or park him. I don't think it's good enough. Shannon brothers, please stop spamming the chat. I can see what you're saying, and I just don't see much value in it. That's why I'm not responding to it. So thank you for doing it. But we want to. This is the new, improved Man United community. We need to make sure that we're saying reasonable things and being fair to the people in the chat, and also be fair to the people we're talking about. So I appreciate you, brother, but let's keep it nice and varied and valuable. Whitehead 571, first time seeing that name in a while. Thank you for commenting on this. Delict had a good season last year. People take into consideration our position defense was never the issue. Yeah, weirdly it wasn't. We conceded 7 fewer goals than Aston Villa, and we dropped 10 places below them, or 8 places. Sorry, it is to do with how many goals we could score, and getting Cunha and Mbeumo is really going to fix that. And people are saying that they rate a certain player who's already at Manchester United. And I'm going to get a picture of him because I want to talk about him too. I'm glad someone has just mentioned him because I really do think it's worth talking about. So let me know what you think. Let me know what you think about this next name. He's currently at Manchester United. And you always talk about, players who we've been linked with and all this sort of stuff. We forget about the players we've got and who we're going to improve with the players around them. This is one of them. What do you guys think about Zirkzee? Be honest. We've hit 10k likes on TikTok. Thank you very much for that. Let's see if we can get to 20. On YouTube, we are at... How many likes are we at on YouTube? 93. Let's get to that magic 100, please. Come on, let's do it. And Henrik, you said you're from Norway, so there might be some writing mistakes. No worries, my brother. Legend. I've been to Norway, actually. What a lovely country. What a lovely country. I went to Oslo. Beautiful city, man. Absolutely loved it. What's your thoughts on Zirkzee? Zirkzee's not traveling for the Leeds game. I know he might have picked up a little knock. It's probably not a knock. It's just trying to get some extra training in. But what are you thinking about Zirkzee? Tell me. Tell me, what do you think? Zirkzee will cook in the cam role. Agree we should work with Zirkzee. He's good on the ball and can carry. He will grow a lot with people like Cunha and Mbeumo to lead him. I agree. Love Zirkzee, a real baller, but not sure he stretches the play like Amorim wants. I think he can drop deep and let the other players stretch and link up better than any player in the squad. Bar Bruno, obviously. Lennon09 says, give him one more season. BSH says, I'd want Tony. You want Ivan Toney? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. That's crazy that you want Ivan Toney. I'm sorry, I shouldn't judge. I am judging, though. I think that's a terrible take. I wouldn't take Ivan Toney for anything. Honestly, I think he's... the way he treated Brentford, I think is disgraceful. Make sure, guys, you get your super chats in because I'm just going to check Twitter to make sure we're not missing anything. I would love to be able to do these shows and just have a mad thing happen on the stream. Oh my God. This isn't that mad like that, but so Leverkusen are losing 4-0 to Flamengo's under-20 team in the first half. Honestly, Eric, if you want Anthony, take him. I think he'll do better. People are looking at James Trafford and saying last season he conceded 16 goals, had 29 clean sheets in 45 games. God, I didn't know it was that good. But Man City are reportedly eyeing a buyback move for their former keeper. That's interesting. I didn't know he was that good. Might have to look at him, to be fair. But I don't want to look at how much money it's going to cost. It's also the other problem. 4-0 at half-time. Eric, you've absolutely had a stinker there, mate. And you know what? You're not buying Anthony or any of these lot. So you make me sad. And Eric, look, they're literally playing the exact same system that used to get us done so many times, and they're being ripped open by Flamengo, running with their back towards goal. Terrible goalkeeping as well. So, lol. I mean, I liked Eric, but yeah, don't like it. Didn't someone just bid only 3 million for Edison? I didn't see that, Reese. It'd be nice if it did. Manveer Singh says Zirkzee plays as a brilliant box-to-box mid, but I want my strikers to be goal scorers. I don't want a striker dropping deep. Hear this though, because I agree with what Lucas said here, that Zirkzee is a pure footballer. He's a rare breed of player. Put it this way, right? I don't think Joshua Zirkzee is the kind of guy that's going to get you 15, 20 goals a season. I think he can chip in with about 10 plus, right? That's the first thing. But also, imagine now where we have a system where we have our cams and we have our striker, but then we've got one like Højlund who can bomb forward, or one like a new signing which can bomb forward and get goals. Yeah, that can link up with the two whipping balls into the middle. What if, though, you had Zirkzee dropping a little bit deeper, picking up the ball, and then Mbeumo and Cunha can run at you? All of a sudden, you go into like a 3-5-2, actually, and just get them going forward. I think that would be beautiful. And that's with the ball, not as a normal setup, because again, you still have Zirkzee up there, who is techie, who's good with the ball at his feet, who's good technically, who's good linking up with his teammates, and can get a shot off as well, because he can still score goals. He's not a powerhouse, but he can still score some goals. Do you know what I mean? Absolutely. And Henrik is saying, I think Zirkzee has a little bit of the Berbatov touch about him, can develop much in the coming seasons. I agree. I don't think he's nowhere near as good as Berbatov, and that's not what he's saying, but there are links to each other's games. There's 88 people in the YouTube chat now. Let's see where we're at in terms of likes. Have we hit the magic 100? Yes, we have. Bang on 100. Subscribers are on 6,611. We've powered through like 20 additional subscribers in here. So guys, if you're on TikTok, click the link in bio and come over. Come on. Let's do it. Ryan Gilbert says, is it true that United are in for Senny Lamans? I just talked about that. I think it is true that we've been monitoring him since January. Whether or not we'll go and buy him is a totally different kettle of fish, but could be a good one. And Simon again with the big super chat. Guys, if you want to be like Simon and become a member of the channel, you know what to do. Click the money icon and become a member. Abdullah says, I wish I was a member. It's up to you, my brother. You can always drop a super chat or just like and subscribe and just join in the chats, and hopefully I can see it. The only reason I say drop a super chat, drop a membership is because I can see everything a lot more clearly when you do that. But Simon has said, Simon says, Zirkzee can play multiple positions across the front three. He'll mostly be used to help unlock low blocks and open up spaces for Cunha, Bruno, and Mbeumo. This is why we love Simon. Simon gets it. And do you know what I also love about the Mbeumo signing? I'm sorry. He can still play. If we want to go all-out attack, he can still play right wing back and go all-out attack. Ahmad and him can switch. Like, that's the most exciting thing for me. Like, the left side is a little bit more normal. I would expect our left side to just bomb down, give the ball to Acuna, to the front line, and let them get on with it. I don't expect much interplay or much like sexy interplay with the likes of Dorgu and Leon. Definitely not Luke Shaw, but Dorgu, Leon, and Cunha. I think they'll give it to Cunha, let him do what he does. But the fact that Mbeumo and Ahmad can rotate and work with each other, that's a beautiful thing. And guys, we've got 99 people on YouTube. Please click the link in the bio, come over to YouTube. This will be the third time ever that we've hit 100 plus people. Can we do it for the second day in a row? Click the link in the bio, come over to YouTube, subscribe, and join the live. Let's see if we're going to hit 100 people. I really want to hit 100 people in here. And subscribe if you are new. Who do you think will end up getting up front? Honestly, I think Watkins is the most logical solution in terms of what Ineos are doing. But I want Rodrigo Menez. You guys know. You guys know who I want. You know I want Rodrigo Menez badly. And there's nothing I can do about that. I just think he's awesome. But again, if we ended up getting Watkins on a fair deal, I'm absolutely taking that. Absolutely taking that. So let's just see. Do you know what I mean? Let's just see. Honestly, I think it's great to just see that we have options now. You've liked the stream? Legend. Travis Abrahams has asked, who's your one to watch for preseason? And you know what? What I'm loving is we have just reached the stage in the chat or in the live show where you can just ask whatever you want. We always do this, if you're new, last 10 minutes, we stop talking about whatever we were talking about, like Mbeumo in this case, or Zirkzee like I was just doing here. And we just have questions. we just talk to each other and we just have questions. So if you have any about the channel or about any other rumors that you've heard, quick fire, get them in, and let's talk about all of them. So please, if you are on TikTok, click the link in the bio, come over, and let's just talk. Let's just talk. There's 95 people in here now. It's going down a little bit. Let's get to that magic 100. I really want to see us get 100. And subscribe. Click the link in the bio if you're on TikTok and subscribe, because we are on 6,611 subscribers. Come on, let's get that higher. Let's see if we can get to 10K before the start of the season. And to do that, I just need you coming over. Come on. Let's do this as much as we can. And while I've got you, we have 100 likes on the video, which is awesome. Thank you guys so much. But also in the poll, 171 votes. I said, are you happy with the Mbeumo deal? 88% have said yes. 11% have said kinda. Only 1% have said no. Well, I'm ending the poll there because whoever said no, you're wrong. Simple as that. What do I think about Benjamin Sesko? I don't think he's worth the amount of money that people are saying, and I don't think have a squad capable enough to bring the best out of him. I'd prefer for us to go for a cheaper alternative. Rodrigo Menez's injury list is worse than Onana's goalkeeping. It's not really that bad. I'm going to look at it now because it better not be. I remember checking it, and it wasn't as bad as people were saying. He more just gets left out of stuff, which is a bit of a shame. But in his whole career, he's had 4 injuries. Doesn't sound that bad, does it? In his whole career, he's had 4 injuries. And maximum games he's missed is 8. One was for knee problems back in 2023. Last season, he missed 6 games because of an Achilles tendon. The year before, earlier in the season, a back injury kept him out for 5 days. Last season, it was a knee injury, kept him out for 4 games, and then calf problems for 3 games 4 years ago. I think he's fine. What's Muniz's price range? We're looking at somewhere between 25 to 35 million pounds. I think he'd be awesome. And Samuel Singh puts in a good point here saying, I think Cunha and Mbeumo would help Sesko score goals. And that kind of goes for any other striker. Like, I think Cunha and Mbeumo will help X striker score goals. That's why I want Muniz. I think he's capable of scoring many more goals than he does because he's got that dog about him. And I like him. Lamine Kamara. You know what? I watched him in that game against England and I thought he was brilliant. Whitehead571 says, I wanted to get Lamine Kamara from Monaco. Kante mold, but also very physical. He's talented. Thoughts? I really do like him, but I only watched him in the Senegal game. I know I watched a few highlights here and there. This season, I'm going to watch him all day long. I think he's awesome. I want Agume or Hackney. Who's Agume? I need to look at him. But Hayden Hackney, you know what I feel about him. Talked about him many times. Who does Agume play for? What's his full name? Just buy Tanaka already. Again with Tanaka. Ayo Tanaka he's on about, the Japanese footballer who plays for Leeds. He's 26 years old, which is one of the reasons why we probably won't be linked with him. But still a good player. You think we'll get anyone for CM? I hope so, Sam. I hope so. Sevilla. Okay, what's his name again? Sevilla Abu something? Agume, okay. Agume, Sevilla. Lucien Agume. 23 years old. How many games did he play last season? He played for the Euro Under-21s for France, which is always a good sign. I always feel it weird when an older player does that, though. And last season, he played 47 times in La Liga, and he got 1 goal and 3 assists. All right. I need to look into it, because I'm not entirely impressed with what I'm seeing so far, but I need to look into that. But why not? Or it's not about stats with that type of player. Really, you need to be seeing how he plays in a normal game. Luke has an obsession, similar to me, of buying any East Asian player. Like, I want a South Korean or a Japanese in the team. Do you know what I mean? Just for good vibes. And again, another super chat from the legend that is Simon Mwangi. The 10th highlight of the evening we'll go through at the end to make sure that we give everyone the love that they deserve. But Simon is saying, Bryan Mbeumo is a crucial signing. Him and Ahmad can swap positions. Absolutely they can. And I think that's such a good thing to have. Both tend to stay wide and cut in. Both are good at pressing. A huge W for Amorim. Exactly. Here's a good question. I like this from Rizwan. I'm glad I saw that, mate, but I like this from Rizwan. Guys, on TikTok, on YouTube, what is the absolute maximum you would pay for Ollie Watkins? Be honest. What is the absolute maximum you would pay for Ollie Watkins? That's tough. That's really tough, you know. Ooh, okay. I'm a plan says 45 million, 50, 45, 45, 40, 50 million fixed? 55? Nothing more than 45 plus 5. I'm with Simon. 35. That's the most I'd pay. It has to have a 3 in front of it. It can't have a 4 in front of it, in my opinion. Overall, if it's 40 with add-ons, yeah. Because if he achieves them again, who cares? I will always say this. Stop getting involved in add-ons and putting them as the overall fees for things, because if players get the add-ons, as in if we have to trigger them, then it means they're worth the money, so who cares? So 35 plus 5, I'd probably do that deal. I would do that deal. 39 plus 11, absolutely not. Because then you're creeping up to 40. I'm not on about the 11, it's the 40. English player, so 40, nah. In all honesty, with where we're at the moment, how do you think the season will go? We still need more, but I think the season will go a lot better than last season. And because I want to see who we leave and who leaves the club, and I also want to see who else we buy. So it's a bit early to have those kind of questions yet. Add-ons with clauses that are not attainable are okay. Literally, if we say, oh, if we make the Champions League, then you get this, we'll pay you this extra. I never care about those, because if we get Champions League, then we've got the money to pay the extra. So who really cares? We've got 114 likes in the chat, and I know I haven't just seen what I think I've seen. Oh, Simon. Guys. Oh, Simon, you do too much, bro. You do way too much. I don't know where we'd be on this channel without Simon. I'll be very honest. Aloha has just got a membership for the month as well. Bear in mind, this is just for the month. You will have to pay it yourself if you want to continue it going. I know a few of you don't want that, but it's totally up to you. But the fact that Simon has just gifted 5 memberships for the sake of it is absolutely awesome. Guys, let's stop talking for a sec and let's just get W's in the chat for Simon Mwangi. Come on now. W's in the chat for Simon. If you're on TikTok, I don't care. Say Simon and then put the clap emoji. I know you can't see what he's just done, but that's why you need to click the link in bio, come over to YouTube, so that we can get the subscriber number up. We're at 6,614. Let's get it up to 10K as much as we possibly can. Do you know what I mean? But come on, Simon with 10 super chats. No, with 5 gift memberships, he said. Oh, honestly, it's mad. Absolutely awesome. And God, I'm already knackered. And I realize I haven't even eaten dinner. I'm going to have to go down and eat dinner in the next few minutes. But before we leave, get your super chats in, get your memberships in, so that I can give you the shout out that you deserve. But guys, make sure that you get them in now, because I'm just going to check Twitter. And if I come back and I see any sort of memberships or any sort of super chats, they're all getting read out live. So enjoy. I want to see whatever you guys have to say. Flamengo under 20s are 5-0 up against Erik ten Hag's Leverkusen. Wow. That's a bit mental, that. Wow. It is what it is. And I'm seeing Sully Talks, who is a really good person to be following on Twitter, by the way, saying that Bryan Mbeumo was really eager to make the deal happen behind the scenes as well. And that's really helped us get it done, which is lovely. Which is really, really lovely. And also, can we just say that the way that he has been dealing with this, the way that he's dealt with all of this, I think is really nice to see. Like, you're not seeing him throw a fit or do all of these things that you don't want a player to do. He's actually just gotten on with life, which is really nice. We've got a super chat from Ryan Bowlshaw. Thank you very much. I think that's your first ever super chat, so thank you very much for sending that in. Says, I reckon trust Rasmus now with Mbeumo and Cunha. I trust him a lot more. Now that it's not just him, I think both strikers would do a lot better. But I think we need a better striker in ahead of them. For me, Rodrigo Muniz is the guy. I'm sorry. I think he is. I think it's him. Cunha and Mbeumo seem like humble guys. I'm not sure about Cunha. I think Mbeumo is. I think Cunha is a bit of a maverick. He's a bit of a rebel. But we need that kind of stuff going into the football club right now. We actually do need it. So I'm not mad at it, frankly. I'm really not. Really, really not. We've had over 114 likes, which is crazy. 118 likes we're on now. God, and we've just creeped over the hour mark. So that means on TikTok, I will bid you adieu. If you fancy joining on for the next few minutes, click the link in the bio and come over and subscribe to YouTube, because we have 6,616 subscribers. If all of you come over and subscribe, we'll get 66666, which would be sick. Don't you think? I've said 6 too many times. But click the link in the bio and subscribe and join in the live show so you can see what it looks like here, because this is where we're going to be for the game tomorrow. 2 p.m. I will be live on TikTok, don't you worry, but I'll also be live on YouTube, and I'll be watching the game. Most likely, I do want to watch the game on the phone and then get things moving over on TikTok, so on YouTube, sorry. So please, if you can, click the link in the bio and come over and subscribe. And I appreciate you guys very, very much for that. So thank you very much for joining. For everyone who stayed for as long as you have, link in bio, come over now and subscribe and join the show. See you guys. And there we go on TikTok. They're gone. Stretford Post saying big up Dev. Everyone go and check out Stretford Post. Really like his channel. I've been on his channel twice now, I think. Good question. Guys, where can we watch the game? Where can we watch the game? I don't know. I should know. Manchester United content creator. I absolutely should know the answer to that. But I don't. Does anyone know? MUTV. Okay. Sure. United app? Probably. Yeah, MUTV. Okay, fair. But it's not going to be for free on there, is it? You're probably going to have to pay, which is a load of nonsense. Man Like Cat says, what's for dinner, Dev? I am making... Do you know what I feel like making? I've got a bit of a... I've got some spicy chicken, and I have some mozzarella cheese and a ciabatta bread. I'm thinking slice of the ciabatta, cut them in half, get the chicken in there, and then get the mozzarella cheese, put it in my George Foreman grill, make a nice little ciabatta sandwich for me with a side of mini poppadoms. That's what I'm going to get. You had a chicken balti and chips. Yes, Jonathan Ball. We love that. Okay, guys, I'm checking Twitter once now. This is going to be the last thing in the live. Get your questions in. If you want to make sure it gets featured, please drop a super chat. But I am just going to check Twitter to make sure that we're not missing anything. I don't think we are, which is fine, which is actually good, because I don't want to be missing any more than what we have to. But let's have a look. Yeah, no. Looks like we're all good. Looks like we're all good. Not missing anything massively important. So I think that's going to be it. Unless I see some super chats that I've missed. I don't think I have. Let's just run through and thank everyone who has dropped love on the chats as usual. Man Like Cat coming in with like 3 or 4 super chats. Sam O coming in with 2 as well. Xander, always love dropping a super sticker because he's a legend. Akash again coming in as well, which is good to see from you. Henrik becoming a member of the channel. Amazing to see from you as well. Simon, not just drop in 3 different super chats, but 5 memberships. Simon, you do way too much, man. Ryan as well joining in, and Man Like Cat's right at the end, but Simon on the super chats. You're just awesome. You're absolutely awesome. And like I said to everyone, as Elite Baller is saying there, subscribe if you are new. This is the Non-Toxic Manchester United channel. I'm enjoying this content more than ever. I'm really liking to see that this whole community is just growing in the way that it should be growing. It's so gratifying, to be honest, to watch it grow the way that it has. So make sure that you like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next video. So tomorrow at 2 o'clock, I'll be going live for the Manchester United game against Leeds. I hope to see all of you there. And this is going to be a show where I won't be able to be tuning in too much to the chat because I'll be watching the game, of course. But I will hopefully be able to see as many of you in here as possible. And as Mustafa says here, after the live, leave a comment to support the channel. Comments on videos, send videos into the stratosphere. I've got one on Mbeumo recently, and I'm doing a video on Mbeumo tomorrow about what he brings to Manchester United. So I hope to see you guys around for that video too. That'll be going live tomorrow at 6 p.m. And like Man Like Cat says, for the final super chat of the evening, good afternoon, good evening, and good night. Love that. Enjoy the weekend, DevFC family. Simon Mwangi says, God bless. Good night, everyone. And I'll see you tomorrow at 2 o'clock. Take care, guys.